Normal life in valley districts of Manipur significantly disrupted on second day of 40th-hour general strike called by Kokumi against order to remove Manipur name from MST bus on the route to Shiroi Lily Festival on 28th of May. Protesters burn effigies of top officials. Farmers in Hinungai village, Vishnupur district staged protests after personnel of central forces allegedly stopped them from working in their fields, claiming they do not have permission. And all Manipur road transport drivers and motor workers union warns of state authorities of launching stereo-willed down strike if the union Sigma branch office is not allowed to reopen within a week. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM, bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. Now the news in details. Normal life across the valley districts of Manipur has been significantly disrupted due to the ongoing 40th-hour general strike called by Coordinating Committee on Manipur's Integrity Kokumi. The strike begins previous midnight following the May 20 incidents where personnel of the Mahar Regiment stopped a Manipur State Transport MST bus carrying media persons on the route to cover the Shiroi Lily Festival in Ukhrul district. The personnel demanded removal of Manipur State Transport signage if the bus intended to proceed. Kokumi condemned the order to remove the Manipur name from the MST bus as an anti-state decision. The committee has demanded a public clarification from the governor in council, an apology from Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla and resignation of State Chief Secretary, Security Advisor and Director General of Police DGP within 48 hours. On the second day of the strike, shops and commercial establishments in Khairamban Bazaar and other markets areas in the valley remain closed. Interstates and inter-district passenger vehicles staged off the road. Oil pumps, banks and educational institutions were shut and attendance at government offices were notably low. Band supporters blocked roads in several locations while security forces were deployed across the valley as a precautionary measures. Visitors to the Shiroi Lily festivals were exempted from the ongoing strike, which ends this midnight. As of filing this report, there is no incident of violence or unrest, and there is no information on extension of the general strike. Mairapaibi members of Sagolban Mabudau Mantri Laikai staged a protest by burning effigies of the Chief Secretary, Security Advisor and Director General of Police along National Highway 37 near Sagolban Vijay Govinda this evening. The protest was held in strong condemnation of the May 20 incidents where personnel of the Mahar Regiment asked media persons travelling to Shiroi Lily Festival to remove the Manipur State Transport signage from their bus. The act was widely criticized as anti-state and has sparked ongoing public outrage across the valley. Condemning the May 20 incidents, Mairapaibi members staged a protest meet at the Wabagai Kaithil, the Macha, holding various placards today. Some of the placards reads, "Condemn centre's policy to obliterate Manipur. Manipur public have no fate on centre. We are owners of our own land. Will not allow obliterations of Manipur," etc. The 40th-hour general strike called by Kokumi witnessed strong enforcement along the Konthaujam Road on day 2. Local Mairapaibi groups and clubs including People Protection Committee, Konthaujam Women Wing, Konthaujam Kabui Mairapaibi and Sagol Tongba Sabalaikai Mairapaibi actively supported the strike. Demonstrators blocked roads and stopped vehicle movement, leading to complete shutdown of traffic in the area. Protesters ensured strict enforcement by holding non-essential travels, although emergency and religious movements were allowed to pass.
Moina Manipur Thaba se asi yaroi haibase akoi asigi mayokta yaning de moina si kari gi thingai no si yaning de haidana akoi ngasi lambi thingbagi gari chatpa sigi akoi ngasi khongjang ngasi sangsin jabane ba masida akoi governor bo ham thadok dio masida moina tumin election biri se kari gi no masi akoi yajaning de haidana akoi ngarang de gi ngasi phawba akoi general strike se akoi saru yajani ba.
Normal life in the Vishnupur district was significantly affected by the 40th general strike by Kokomi on day 2. Key commercial hubs such as Vishnupur Kaithel, Ningthokong Kaithel, the Moirang Bazaar and the Kumbi Kaithel remain completely closed. At Kumbi Kaithel, large numbers of locals come out to block roads, effectively halting all movements. Similarly, in Moirang Kaithel, Mairapaibi groups actively enforced the strike, staging a roadblock to ensure compliance. Several Mairapaibi members stated that the integrity of Manipur is at stake and the current silence from authorities cannot be tolerated. They stress that now is the time for collective action to protect Manipur's integrity and future. The people of Manipur, they asserted full support Kokomi and other civil society organizations in their movement. Normal life was also crippled in Jiribam district today on the second day of 40th-hour general strike called by Kokomi. Marketplace and shops in the districts were closed. Roads wore a deserted look during the strike. All the schools and colleges in Jiribam remained shut. Strike supporters came out and blocked the roads. Security forces are being deployed in various locations of the district to prevent any untoward incidents. Ongoing 40th-hour general strike called by Kokomi significantly affected areas along the Mayai Lambi stretch on the second day. Markets including Hyanglam Wabagai Kaithel, Sekmaijing Kaithel, Mayang Imphal Kaithel, Thongkong Lakshmi Bazaar, Wangoi Kaithel and Samuro Kaithel remained completely shut. Banks and several government offices were also closed while the roads remained deserted as people stayed indoor and no passenger vehicles were seen operating. Essential services such as medical, and religious activities continued without obstruction. The 40th-hour general strike called by Kokomi also affected daily life in Awang Sekmai, Imphal East. Marketplace, shop and other business establishments remained shut and roads were deserted look with only a few vehicles plying along. Essential services and emergencies were exempted from the strike. Jingmi Tami Peace Committee formed by 10 different villages of Kapching and Chandal districts condemned the order to remove the Manipur tag from the MST bus carrying media persons on the route to Shirui Festival on May 20. Press note from the convener of the joint Meitei Naga Committee, Thaunaucham Senatomba, criticized the army's action, calling them provocative and harmful to the unity of Manipur. The committee expressed deep concern over such moves, warning that threatens peace and stability in the state and extends solidarity to movements against the incident. Farmers in Thinungai village, Vishnupur district staged protests after personnel of central forces allegedly stopped them from working in their fields, claiming they do not have permission to cultivate the land. The farmers firmly stated that they will continue farming regardless of whether they receive protection from the central forces or not. According to Impact News sources, no agricultural activities have been carried out in the High Canal area farmland for over 2 years. Recently, the farmers resumed cultivation using tractors when Central Forces personnel arrived and ordered them to hold, citing lack of authorization. It may be mentioned that during the peak of violence in Manipur, a farmer working in the High Canal areas was shot dead by Kuki militants. Since March 18th this year, the farmers have submitted multiple requests for permission to the District Deputy Commissioner, Superintendent of Police, BSF, SSB and other relevant authorities. Several meetings between the farmers and the central forces have also taken place. The farmers emphasized that they resumed farming due to severe hardship threatening their survival, and they remained determined to continue despite the obstruction. All Manipur Road Transport Drivers and Motor Workers Union warned state authorities to launch steering wheel down strike if the union Sekmai branch office is not allowed to reopen within a week. Speaking to media today, Union General Secretaries Maimomd Anil Maite expressed deep concern over the ongoing closure, stating that it has severely inconvenienced drivers who now must traveled to the Imphal head office to address grievances or raise concern. He emphasized that the Sekmai branch, which look after drivers operating along the Imphal-Dimapur road, was shut down by state police on March 20 without any clear explanation. Anil Maite noted that the union initially assumed the closure was linked to the unrest in the state, but later learned that was not the case. He condemned the arbitrary action and criticized the authorities for failing to provide a valid reason for the closure. He further alleged that in the absence of the Sekmai branch, drivers are being harassed by law enforcement agencies, including the traffic police, motor vehicle department officials and police personnel who are reportedly collecting money under the pretext of fines. Anil Maite declared that the union would no longer remain silent and is committed to standing up for the rights and welfare of drivers.
Driver union 1973 da resa taroga ahlaman jingro thambiram bajeng ngasibo Manipur government gi side gi ju akoi da byabhar tobi kanaguma xyz khudimang na byabhar tobi ri ne ba du ngasi gi sarkar sina akoi da sumaina driver union je kaisuli ta bam bahum rang khang du gi tai am tor pusidi driver sing tumina leroi akoi masi chapchaba thengna gani driver myam sing gi pressure ji samar gi branch se lokthoi ji kari no have gi question me am lai ni driver myam ji father ga haidare kaigumba sarkar gi problem am lein to ini matam du gi Harga Lady, Massi Pibum Jesum Toxel Targadi, driver Mam Sing Sigal, Sayol Sig Manunda, Kogi Shemai Leva, driver Mengi branch officer, Dr. Targadi, Chapchaba, starting by the week Kongjang driver Mam Sing Luina, Chapchana Sancil and he has a Mengi Firim.
Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on the conviction of a 25-year-old man for raping a 6-year-old minor girl. We'll be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Kurumjeli, Department of Tourism, Government of Manipur na Sinchilang Jituna, Mangarak Suba State Level Siroi Lily Festival, Lakliba Migitang Kundagi Kungamadi Foba, Ukru the Pangtok Cheragani, Chahi Ani Lepro Matung, Handak Chahi Asida, Shiroi Lily na State Flower Orapagi, Chahi, Humfutara Manga Mapung Farakpagaloina, Lairang Mabu Yokat Naba, Environmental Awareness Pinaba, Amadi, Adventure Tourism Bu, Yokat no Pandam Pamiba Festival ni, Masida Shunatana, Shirok Music Festival, Cultural Exhibition, Siroi Queen, Adventure Activities na Thanna Yaro Festival asida Chingburoi Tamburoi Punamakna Sarukyaminarasi. Follow the call of the hill and the bloom of the Siroi Lily. Come be a part of Siroi Lily Festival 2025.
Gaming Ahibamjit Kumar Singh, NEET UG 2022 exam da.
For students. Seats are limited. Comment. Where excelling is the way of life. Enroll today, shine tomorrow.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin, and moving on with our bulletin, a 25-year-old man was convicted for the rape of a 6-year-old girl. The convicted man is from an area under Porompon Police Station, Imphal East District. In 2022, a rape complaint was filed at the police against him by the victim's mother. Subsequently, he was arrested for interrogation and a case was filed at the court. Fast Track Special Court POCSO No. 1 found him guilty in the rape case after analyzing the charge sheet and the case history. The court will announce the convict's quantum of punishment in the near future. Federation of Students Union, the Kanglei Park, FESOC raised concern over alleged irregularities in the transfer of teachers from government higher secondary school. The press release from the FESOC questioned lack of transparency in the transfer process and stressed the need for a proper transfer policy to be followed by the Education Department. The student body urged government to carry out rationalizations of teachers properly and ensure that adequate faculty is available before the new academic session for Class 11 and Class 12 begins. A democratic mass rally was held at Tamenglong headquarters today, demanding protection of indigenous land and resources. The rally was organized by Joint Action Committee, a conglomerate of several local bodies including Zemi Naga Council, Manipur, Liangmai Naga Council, Manipur, Rongmai Naga Council, Manipur, NP Naga Union and the committee representing villages affected by various wildlife sanctuaries like Jailait, Buning and Ziri Makru. Other key participants includes Village Authority Chairman Council and Chairman Secretaries Association Tamenglong. Protesters carried out placards with slogans such as "No to Wildlife Sanctuary", "No to Reserved Forest", "No to Protected Forest", "No to D2, D3 Seismic Survey in Tamenglong and None District, along with "Our Land, Our Life, Our Right. We are guardians, not encroachers, and development must be with us, not against us." The rally begins from the Apollo Ground and culminated at Zadonang Park in Tamenglong headquarters. During the protest, shops, business and commercial activities were shut down and vehicles stayed off the road. Following the rally, Joint Action Committee executive members submitted a memorandum to Tamenglong DC for onwards submission to Secretary, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Governor, Principal Chief Conservator of Forest, Chief Wildlife Warden, Divisional Forest Officer, Tamenglong Division, and Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Indian Red Cross Society IRCS Kakching District Branch NCC Kha Manipur College Kakching held a blood donation camp at CHC Kakching today in connection with second Foundation Day of Indian Red Cross Society Kakching District Branch. Indian Red Cross Society Kakching District Branch President and DC Kakching Rohit Anand, members of Indian Red Cross Society Kakching Branch and cadets of NCC Kha Manipur College donated blood at the camp. Prescribed Revolutionary People's Front RPF condoles the passing of 35-year-old Private Moirang Thimdanao alias Ngamba of Miyamgi Yawol Lanmi MYL. The armed wings of Prescribed Kanglei Yawol Kanlupt KYKL, the press note issued by Assistant Secretary Publicity RPF Bankim, stated that Private Nanao laid down his life in the gunfight with Indian Army and their proxy force. He was a resident of Tuibong, Churachandpur district. Through the press note, RPF showed respect to the slain cadre and extended solidarity to his bereaved family and friends. Press note from the Information and Publicity Secretary in charge of Prescribed Kangleipa Communist Party as Mangald also conveyed condolence upon the demise of 35-year-old Private Moirang Thim Ngamba alias Nanao of Miyamgi Yawol Lanmi, the military wings of outlawed KYKL. Proscribed Koireng lead UNLF also sent out condolence over the demise of a Private Moirang Them Ngamba alias Nanao of Miyamgi Yawol Lanmi MYL. The military wing of Prescribed KYKL through a release issued by the Outfit Secretary Publicity M. Sakhen. Now, the news from the world of sports. Manipur claims 4 medals at the ongoing National Sub-Junior and Junior Men's and Women's Powerlifting Championship at Rajmata Zizao Convocation Hold of Shivaji University, Kolhapur, Maharashtra. Under the aegis of Powerlifting India, the championship is being organized by Maharashtra State Powerlifting Association from May 20. Manipur's M. Laikomba won 1 silver medals in sub-junior 66 kg category. Asa Chongthan clinched a bronze medal in sub-junior 43 kg category. K. Albert bagged silver in the junior 59 kg event, while the K. Velina won 1 bronze medal in junior 43 kg category. The championship will continue till 25th of this month. The under-15 boys Chandel district level inter-school Subrata Mukherjee football tournament kicked off today. In the ongoing match, St. Peter Higher Secondary School defeated the Koinonia Training School 2. In the match, St. Peter Higher Secondary School player Kaleng Thang and Cooler George secured 1 goal each in 12th and 43rd minute of the game, respectively. In the second match of the tournament, Og Hild defeated ACI by 2-1 goal. The goal of Og Hills were scored by Marcus Imold. In the third match of the opening day, St. Paul High School defeated Oriental Academy by 5-0. Artkung secured 2 goals and Lenpu Michantha and Lianpa Imold secured 1 goal each in the game. 7 teams of Chandel district are competing in 2 groups in the tournament. India under-23 men's national football team head coach Naushad Musha announced a 29-member squad yesterday for the upcoming international friendlies against Tajikistan and Kyrgyz Republic. The Blue Colts will take on Tajikistan under-23 on the 18th of June and Kyrgyz Republic under-23 on the 21st of June. The team will set camp in Kolkata on the 1st of June, where they will train before setting off for Dushanbe, Kazakhstan on 16th of June. India will use this match as part of their preparation for the AFC Under-23 Asian Cup qualifiers later this year and the Asian Games scheduled to be held in Japan in 2026. Naushad Mushan was appointed as the head coach of the India Under-23 men's national team by the All India Football Federation AIFF on Tuesday. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin. Before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Normal life in valley districts of Manipur significantly disrupted on second day of 14-hour general strike by Kokumi against order to remove the Manipur name from MST bus en route to Shiroi Lily Festival on May 20. Protesters burned effigies of top officials. Farmers in Kinungai village, Vishnupur district staged protests after personnel of central forces initially stopped them from working into their fields, claiming they do not have permission. And Old Manipur Road Transport Drivers and Motor Workers Union warned state authorities of launching steering wheel down strike if the union Sigma branch office is not allowed to reopen within a week. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, have a great evening and always stay safe.
Lana Thoram, Taibang Panda.